Yeah, there's something, you know how there's like viewers and all that stuff? Just one thing that I think that I watched that told me was like, hey, just run it.
Yeah.
Because those hours are gonna be easier. Once you have people, you won't
yeah, I get what you're saying. That's how TikTok is too. You have to have like 1,000, I think, at least, and then, or was it 500? And then
No,
you
it's 1,000.
on TikTok?
Yeah, I think it's 1,000.
I thought I got it at 500. I have like 15 or something like that right now.
Here's that ladder. You just
Also, like, so we just like put a hole in the ceiling. Not trying to be like, but like, what? Come on, guys. That's better. That just got ripped. Like Jesus Christ.
just tap it. She knew how to do the cable part, but as soon as we got to that part, it was.
Let me just. That will fix it. My legs, like.
Could you be a motorcycle girl?
I just said no.
No, it's you. You drive it.
No.
So.
So much, and I don't want to.
Not now. It's here.
I'm scared, honestly.
Of what?
I don't know. Falling over?
Your mom.
No.
Just don't take it off the stand.
You want me to sit on it crooked?
You'll, yeah, just put it right over it. I'll hold it down. It's
God,
fine.
I don't want.
I can
I'm
pick
just
up.
scared of it.
I can pick up the bike. It's okay.
Hold me for your planted, okay?
Yes, it's on the head. You can take it up off the thing.
I don't want to.
Just feel it a little bit.
Don't jerk it.
Hold the handlebars.
I don't want to. Actually, even a horse.
Yeah, no gravity, you can straight up. Oh, thanks. Good. Yes, you got it.
I can't, though.
It's not that bad. You can get off. You should be alright. It's not heavy. You. You said
God,
something
I
close.
can't even ride a bicycle. I don't know how to ride a bike. Maybe you can teach me how to ride a bike.
You actually know how to ride
I
it?
can't ride a bike.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Sorry, it's not funny.
Well, why don't you do it?
What do you mean?
Why don't you ride a bike?
I don't have a bike.
You just never had a bike?
When I was in Colorado, I had training wheels on it and tried to take them off, and I could not ride the bike. And you know that was kind of the end of my relationship with bikes. Yeah.
I've spent so many hundreds of hours riding bikes.
I'd love to ride a bike, but I don't have one, so I don't know how to ride one. And I'm certainly not going to ride around with training wheels on as an adult woman.
Nice, yeah, you can ride a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Did you bring this up?
What? What?
Have you brought this up today?
That I, yeah, once. Like, kind of offhandedly, and I don't even, maybe you didn't even realize what I said, but I was like, yeah, I can't ride a bike. at me like that. Are you judging me? Instead, I was a fucking loser who just like memorized everything I could about every movie, song, person, and car I ever saw. Like, so I could impress adults. And even then, they didn't care.
What?
What?
I'm trying to understand what the fuck I'm looking at right now. Stupidity.
I haven't made it through any Batman movie except for Christian Bale Batman.
Which Batman?
Any Batman
No,
movie
which Christian
ever.
Bale? There's 3 of them.
The first one.
The first one, the Scarecrow?
Yes, yes. So, yeah, I get so fucking bored. I'm like,
You've never seen the one with the
I
Joker?
can't do this anymore.
With
Elaborate? There's like multiple. Do you mean Christian Bale?
yes.
I'm saying I haven't made it through. I haven't finished.
You've never seen Heath Ledger's Joker?
I've seen it.
You've seen all of it, the whole thing.
No. Because I'm like, this shit, I can't do it.
It's dated now when it came out.
No, and I love
What about
dated
the newest,
movies.
newest Batman
Nope.
one? You haven't seen it?
I couldn't get through it. I was like, I don't like this. I think I got like 50 minutes in. I was like, I can't do this.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not into them that much either. I just
Yeah.
other people liked it, and it was a little bit better than usual.
I
so
just,
really liked
yeah, I just didn't, I don't like it. And I just only was like, it's Christian Bale, so
it. Right.
that's what got me
But
through.
it was better than.
Like, I've seen parts of all
It
of
was
it.
better than.
George Clooney.
Right, that stuff.
Michael Keaton.
Better than Mike Keaton by a lot. What's your chair?
Oh, I can get a chair.
What was that?
What?
There was no convertibles of this era.
Maybe it closed the hut. Or you said no one's watching. Oh,
Who's
yeah.
been watching? That chopped glass is very interesting. Let's see what mirrors you're trying to sell out here. That's a nice keyboard. Okay. That one. That's automatic. Banana. Banana. I have one of those. I never find them. I think you will.
What?
I think you love those.
I think it's not very cute though.
Oh, just drive.
Oh. It's like, go up.
Is that a real split window? Holy shit. That's crazy. Oh.
That's, yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's
400 grand.
Yeah. That's incredible. That's incredible.
It looks perfect on the inside. That's insane.
Wow. Didn't know that. Yeah, you fly in for a car like this. That's crazy. Of course they live there because they're fucking rich. Wow. That's crazy. So that is a huge, that's what this is. And that is insane. Fuel injection that early is like the highest. That's a really crazy car. Wow. And people would rather have that than this thing. Soon. Soon. $69. People spend $70,000 on their wife's Audi crossover.
Yeah. Some
If-
people need a back seat, Skylar.
If they keep making these are just gonna be like cheap soon.
You're potting.
Oh, since the moment they came out, yeah. Of course. I'm sorry, even that's a ton of money. If you told us even a few years ago that you could get that for that much money in America, that's crazy, dude. That's not normal. You could own that for it's a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Life plans are changing.
I know, I
And I
read
need
that.
the room. Change it back, dude. You have a fucking.
Has no fucking miles.
Oh, wow. They came out in yellow this year finally. The base models.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the base model. I had those wheels are on my car are these, and that was how my last Corvette looked. That's my old car, except I had the cooler. I had the sweet one because mine was a 95, and it looks the same inside. It's crazy. It's exactly like that. It's crazy how things change. C8. I see this, I'm like, nothing. Trash. Hatchback. Ooh. 289 4-speed? Nice. Rebuilt. Nice.
This is my prettiest car.
That's amazing. It's beautiful. Obviously, fastbacks are crazy over here. Can't have those anymore. Ooh, what? Ooh, what? Oh. I'm glad I don't have those chance seats. I love football, colored leather seats, but. Ooh. Ooh, really? 115. That's the big girl one. That thing has 700 horsepower. That's a flat plane V8 5.5. That's 700 horsepower naturally aspirated. It revs to like 10 grand.
It's on consignment. Sorry.
This is the craziest shit that America. I mean, the ZR1 is. There's two more after this, but like. That stock comes like that. That's so gangster, dude.
Kind of sucks though. It's kind of lame.
What?
I just like that's not satisfying at all.
In that kind of car with that kind of transmission,
I guess.
it's not the same. It's like you click it in.
It's just.
It's not a PDK. It's a fucking It's a double clutch transmission. It's crazy.
Still.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying though? Like.
After.
That loses. Yeah, I'd rather a slower car that feels more like a car. I guess.
700 horsepower and a
That's-
double clutch. I'm sorry. I am manual guy. I love all that stuff, but in a car like that, it's just capable of a higher level of stuff, and you can't use it. They'll probably put an manual one at some point somehow. I don't know how long. If the engine's in the back, I think it gets a pass. Trust me. Yes, I wish that they did it.
Do you get what I'm saying though?
I wish they did that, yes. But their excuse was like, we ran out of room. This thing is, they're like, I don't know if
It's crazy though.
They're like, I don't know if you've seen this, but we made, it makes 700 horsepower. We're doing what we can. This is the base model. It beats the Hellcat. I think they tried. I think they did what they could.
Okay. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying.
Because they still had to twin turbo it. Because the next one is twin turbo. Dude. I love that the poster child is back to being yellow. They haven't made any like yellow ones. And they
Alright, so we're gonna roll in from 20 miles an hour. Alright, so we're gonna roll in from 20 miles an hour. Just lift and coast here, you know, there's no drama breaking into it. It's pretty easy. So that was the top speed of the day, 207.
2027?
Yeah.
That was the top speed of the day?
Yeah, we gave you.
Look at that giant fucking.
Yeah.
They just did 200 miles an hour with a sailboat behind them. It's going to be over 1,000 horsepower, and you can just buy that at the dealership, and then you just give it to any window that comes in.
That's crazy.
With the same driver's license that you earned when you were 16.
Yeah, I know, dude. Why don't we retest people? Jesus Christ. I think that every single day.
You get your little pilot's license down at the fucking.
It's absurd.
They're like, you're not just allowed to fly a fucking fighter jet.
Every 10 years you should have to.
No, I mean, there's classes. I'm not going to pretend that my car is even that. And I've got some experience with fast cars. That's not that. And they would just give it to me. Like, you can pilot this thing. At 200 miles an hour, you could send this through 2 commercial buildings. If you gotta fucking hair up your ass and wanted to make some people hurt, you could just fucking... You run that downtown Seattle, I mean, through a corner of Starbucks, it'd be like a homing missile. Plus, it's they're the electric ones. It would be on fire and stuff. Yeah, it would be chaos. And anybody, some fucking grandma can be like, "Oh, the pedal was stuck." Fucking 1,000 horsepower piss missile. There's been fast cars. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
There's just been a paywall before now. I mean, there's diesel trucks that people buy for their work that are as expensive as this. It's like, it's a third as much as any of those fucking Peterbilts. You know?
Yeah.
What's the highest end Chevy, or sorry, Dodge Ram truck is like probably $80,000. It's gonna be a problem. I mean, just electric cars. I don't think people really understand how fast they are and how heavy they are because they can't feel how heavy they are. So I think a lot of these Karens out there are driving these 4,000-pound fucking tanks.
Yeah.
Fatality rate with the Teslas is insane. Like they have the biggest percentage of fatalities.
That's
Tesla's cars.
crazy.
I think people don't get it. Oh, there's a... like Mustangs. I just am on the other team.
It's okay.
No, I'm saying if you want to get a Mustang and do that, I'll learn about Mustangs. If you want to.
I think I made it like.
do this stuff so we can have stuff like that. Just be those people that have stuff like that. Let's live in Pennsylvania.
What's that?
Where I'm from.
Oh, Pennsylvania.
Live in Pennsylvania, get taxed at like nothing. And then have that stuff out in the boons. Help me do this. So then we can do that. We can just go back there. And I'll get you.
I don't want this. That's great. I don't want this. I want the real car.
That is.
I want the real car.
Real car is
I'm sorry, that's all I want. That means more to me than that. Not just a car.
That is.
And she isn't there, but she's the other one.
That is quite a car.
This is.
You're
sorry,
watching
bro.
Extra
I'm
Throttle
not-
House.
I
I'm
don't
Thomas.
used to
I'm
respect
James.
myself.
And this is the extra channel. That is not the main channel, which is just called Throttle
Oh,
House.
I know.
This one has the word extra in front of it, which means that it's not the.
Can I just give it?
I'm
This,
really bad
this
at it.
channel
Yeah.
allows us to
Every
cover
time.
more cars
do it.
than if we just put them
It
on
has
the main
older
channel.
cameras.
Yes,
That's the idea.
And
Lower
it has-
production, nice and chill.
Yeah.
One take. Ready? Let's do this. This is the GT350. Why do we have it?
This is a GT350R. Yeah. And we have it because we've missed it, actually.
We just always wanted to drive one.
We've never done it, we've never
Yeah.
filmed it, and we've done the GTs, Bullets,
Yep.
GT500s,
Yep.
we've got the Mach 1
It's not
soon.
like
The
very
Mach
powerful
Mach
models.
1.
It's Mach.
just-
And this seems to just be a blind spot for us, and I'm very excited. So,
I have driven the normal GT350, but I have not driven the GT350R.
right, well, so the differences are
Yes,
a few things.
a few things.
The visual differences is we get these wheels. These wheels, okay, so wait, before we do that,
You know what that? Check the pants, because they're a dude. Yeah, he had a bad day.
2 timeouts to be able to stop it 3 times.
Underneath again, it's Zach Ertz. Stop the game.
What do I know? Get it there. Takes it to the house.
Extra point is good.
Rushing gets all the way to. Where is it?
Short this time, it's picked off, and the game is over. Intercepted most ever in a single quarter. So here we go. Last breath for Daniels and the Commanders. Dances around, buys some time, lets it fly towards the end zone. Going to fall a little bit short this time. It's picked off, and the game is over.
This is up. Today they tied it up.
History has not been great, but I promise, you take care of me, I'll take care of you.
I think he's choosing the hard way. Vicar 11, Unit 3 involved in a TA at St. Vincent's and 7.
Oh.
I saw that one.
I jumps on the bed now. I don't really mind the convertible that much on that.
No, I like it on those.
That's a real SUT. It's cool. Those interiors are nice. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's clean as fuck. There's one. Hey. Yeah, that's the ones I like.
Oh, yeah.
Trash little Mustang anyways. These are the new ones. Oh, they don't have a spoiler ever. I like that too. Good pictures. Thank you. That's cool. I like clean ones. Not like stripes. Just, yeah, see, it's fine with me. Just a little normal boy that's clean and nice. That's fine. I like that one. It's a good part. That's a good deal.
I just don't.
Not for you. Just for people.
For people.
Yeah. If I had a little more money, I would love having something like that. I would love that. I'm so sick of that fucking Harry Potter visit. I've been done with it for like a while. What? 1,300 miles?
That's insane.
Wow. Wow.
So it's brand new.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, now that it's got so little, now you can't enjoy it. Because really, yeah, I just want it to sit. It'd be a little time capsule. That's awesome. Collector's edition, yeah, I see that.
That is awesome.
1,300 miles. You don't like these?
I don't, not really. I like, if you can't tell, I like hard lines, and I don't like how bubbly that looks.
The bubbliest?
What'd you say?
That's a Mustang.
What'd you say, bubbly?
The bubbliest.
Oh.
Mach 1 supercharged. It's got a shaker hood too, so that like. Ooh, that's 11? That's 11?
That's insane, dude.
That's 11? Oh. 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 Rest in peace. I like California specials too. Big fan of California specials. The CS is just so nice. That little badge. There's a big girl Mach 1. Those are much bigger ones than it, so. My mom has a duster. She's 71 duster though. So crazy. Boxy boy? Not your thing.
I sent you that Mustang.
Oh, we were talking about the
Yeah.
banana? Oh, it's steak?
Yeah, I definitely my thing.
There's no way that's a V8. Yeah. It's fine. It's just to be a little Mustang. It's not supposed to be crazy. It was the very beginning. People thought that looked so good, dude. Mr. Chrome. Is it real? No, it isn't. For the love of God, if we can find you a Mr. Chrome. Yeah. I remember seeing them every once in a while as a kid, but they've been gobbled up. You know others, right? Back in the day, that was a real option. And it's so sick now because they don't do things like that anymore.
I wouldn't want to.
Purely on the collectability, it's the sickest Mustang there is. They just brought it back for the RTRs, and they added yellow, and I don't like that. But there's a guy who spent like an extra $100,000 to have his Ford GT. Mr. Chrome paid it from Ford. The seats were like that. That's so sick.
I just don't like those colors.
Me either, but they just don't do anything cool anymore.
That's fair. That's fair.
We were like, wow, this is tacky back then. And then we didn't realize
I
we
still
just
think it's
wouldn't
tacky.
be right, but at least we thought we'd be allowed to do tacky things in the future. It just made me realize what we lost. Yo, that's so sick. If you were just like talking to a guy and he wasn't like weird or anything, and then he's like, I do have like a Mustang.
And he shows me this.
And you've like already gotten to his house, right? And he opens the garage, it's that. You'd be like, what the fuck? But if it was just a Mustang, you'd be like, oh, you have a Mustang. Okay, yeah, he's a Mustang guy, yeah. Red flags.
Exactly, lots of red
But then if he showed you this, you'd be like, okay, what the fuck is this? And you'd be like, yeah, I know
So
it's
you're a
weird.
nerd.
So you're a nerd, exactly. No red flags, just questions.
Yeah,
Just questions.
a lot of questions.
I love those with the sport bar. I fucking think sport bars are the coolest things. It's the one thing where convertibles are cool, and basically
The one
it's just
thing.
Mustangs. Only Mustangs can really get away with it. If you got a new Edge with a sport bar, or some meat.
What? You're getting very excited. I just need to use the bathroom really quickly, okay?
Fuck you. It's creepy.
You've never been to the car museum, right?
Now I gotta sound white. Hey guys, you wanna come into the car wash? I have a Subaru and I'm going to take it to get it washed. I go to the car wash about 2 times per week. Oh shit, I sound so white. Guys.
Anyways, last time I was there, they had the Mustang exhibit and they had a bunch of these.
That's what I wanted to have. Angry.
Angry. Very angry.
But That is how I saw one of those with that one.
That's so sick.
And I just remember being like, that is the coolest.
I don't even like silver. That looks so fucking cool.
The sport bar is the move. And some people have the covers for the back seats like that. For the
I
speed
love how it
thing.
looks like, go back one. It looks like it has eyeliner on.
Yeah.
You know, I love that. And they all do. Like, I love that.
The new edge ones.
Yes.
So you don't like these ones.
Not at all. Not even an ounce. Hate it, actually. I'd rather have a fox body than that.
Ooh, they made a mist.
Oh my god.
Tell me that's not the coolest Mustang.
No. It's just not.
They're smaller too. They're more
It's
sporty.
not for me. I don't like that.
Howard.
It's just that paint I don't like, I mean.
Tail liner. Let's just get a bunch of models.
Oh, actually, I looked at this one. I remember reading this.
Sport bar. Wish I could do like a Bubbles voice. Sport bar. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, how much did you think it said?
Bro. You know what that is? That thing? It's a super chaco.
I love the baby voice.
Super chaco. And it goes, wee. Those kids on TikTok that make the sound are so funny, dude. I'm falling into a Mustang hole.
Join the club.
I used to run dark green.
You just want view?
Oh, shit, yeah, I used it. There's a whole series, and then this goes into other series. What's my little Mustang I used to drive a lot? It's 5-speed, and very weird weight distribution because it doesn't have a transaxle. It has a live rear axle, which is insane. It doesn't even have an independent rear. And then in the GT3 series, although I don't run it, and these. And I have eyeliner. I put that on. And it's pretty miserable. I really don't like it. It just, they made a really crazy Mustang to compete, but its competition is fucking that. And you can polish a Mustang. It's just turning comparatively to this is, they're in the same class. And Ford's like, we can do it. Yeah, look at that, and then for example, look at Same. This is my wrong. That's my car, and that's it. It's actually like 260 horsepower less than the one you buy because of the cap. So it's slower than the platforms. Used to run one of these. And this one's way faster than that one I just showed you. They don't run this race anymore because this car skull fucked everybody for like 8 years and none of the manufacturers wanted to play anymore. So the GT1 series doesn't even exist anymore because of that car.
I like how it looks so much better than the other one.
That was 20 years ago.
I'm just saying, I do.
Well, you think it looks better than which one?
The
last one I
yeah.
just showed you?
No,
Really?
than the last Corvette you just showed me.
Oh, sorry, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You think that looks better?
Yeah, I do.
Weird.
100%.
Oh.
It kind of like a Viper. It like it's similar to that too, and I love those. Like, yeah.
Viper's kind of the last frontier in American like stuff. No Vipers though. But that's the thing though. They're unicorns. They don't really exist.
I had like a little toy one. It was white and had like accents all over it.
Vipers are scary. I've shown you that video about that guy talking about Vipers, right?
A 1994 Dodge Viper. We're Dodge in the 90s. Go die.
Your dad's on the porch with a gun in his hand. Where you been with my girl? Tell the truth. I told him I'm sorry, I kept you out late, but he's not referring to you.
I called the Hellcat everything wrong with Chrysler. A fast car built on the back of a crippled company with no base of solid economy cars. Plus, the Hellcat is fast. But who cares? But the Viper stood on mighty K-car, Shadow, and minivan shoulders. Chrysler in the late 80s and in the early 90s never missed a single practice, homework, and Mitsubishi extra credit. Chrysler earned its muscle car dessert. And when the Viper appeared, the world stopped. This car will kill you. This car will kill you. The Viper made wives reach for their Bibles and husbands reach for their dicks. This car sold video games. This car improved the Corvette, and it was unsympathetic to stupidity. This is a 1994 Viper, the third year of production, which meant you now could have air conditioning if you so desired. Power ratings remained the same from the first year at 400 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque from the 8-liter V10, but Jairus, the YouTuber who owns this car, had it on a dyno and it was calculated to be 426 crank horsepower. Now Chrysler claimed the Viper, the first-gen Viper, would go 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds, 0 to 100 in 10 seconds. The quarter mile was 12.5 seconds at 120 miles an hour, and the top speed was in and around 180 miles an hour. First-gen Vipers had no hood scoops. Their wheels weren't chrome, these are painted wheels, and the exhaust was side dump only. The engine, the Mopar SR1 90-degree V10 pushrod, 2-valve per cylinder, aluminum block. Not a truck engine. Yes, it was based on a truck engine or inspired by the Ram V10, yes, but this is not a truck engine. You ever see a movie that's based on true events? That means it's a different story. This is a completely different engine than the one that was in the truck. Inspired by true events. Whatever. This is the teenage me, and nothing is faster than a Viper. Yeah, this is the ultimate car.
It beats everything. It beats Lamborghinis. It beats Ferraris. USA! USA!
I remember this one time when I was pooping in the basement bathroom, reading a car magazine I took from my barber's waiting room. 10 supercars ranked was the article.
Yes! Team Viper is going to win again!
That's funny.
Last place! Central Station! Lies! It has the biggest engine! It should be number one! It's faster than the Italian cars. It should be number one. My dad is the best dad. It has 10 cylinders. It's the only one that has 10 cylinders. Big Dick Daddy always wins. Not fair.
Everybody needs their own messiah, but at some point, he's getting nailed up. And how you deal with that is a measure of your maturity. Because even after that, I bought Vipers in Gran Turismo and threw another temper tantrum when I didn't win. So now, a decade later, I can see this machine through adult eyes. It feels like a chump car in here. Oh, my feet don't fit. First of all, your gas pedal is in Philadelphia, your brake pedal is in Westchester, and the clutch pedal is out in Pittsburgh. It has plastic windows like a Jeep. It has no exterior door handles. They didn't even give you a Viper key in those days. You got the exact same key as a minivan. When we arrived here today, the turn signal stopped working, and the voltmeter there for the battery, none of them work. They just give an arbitrary number. It is like 80s General Motors in here, but it's still a Viper. Yeah, I know the Chevy SS has more horsepower, but this is still very scary. No traction control, no anti-lock brakes. This car accelerates like it hates the past, and I feared and respected this machine. This is a difficult piece of equipment to deal with, and I'm proud to say I am scared of Dodge Vipers. Getting new tires, they're about $200 a pop. People say they don't handle. I don't want to experience what this feels like past the limit, but what I do know is that with wheels and tires this wide, it turns in like that. Instant. Snap my fingers, you're changing direction. You can lug it in 6th gear. Sounds like a tractor. And everybody looks at you. There is an interesting thing about this. People looked at us when we were filming this. A man came up and knew exactly what it was. This was a watershed moment for the world. And at one point, Chrysler beat everybody with this in terms of eyeballs, if not in terms of track time, at least with the first generation RT. Just like Corvettes, this thing does have a skip shift. If you're just driving it around, it'll force you to shift from first into fourth. It is not easy to drive. It's not easy to see out of. And that hood might as well be a first down away. We always respect that guy who can go up and talk to any girl he wants with no fear of rejection. That's the Dodge Viper. Here I am. Yeah, I'm wearing a gold chain. Yeah, I'm walking around H2O with my shirt all unbuttoned. What of it? I know what I'm about, Dodge Viper.
I know what I'm about, son.
Look, either we can raw dog, or I can call you a lift. Makes no difference. You can stop driving a Viper anytime you want. Yes, it's deadly, but it'll only do what you ask it to do, and your fate is within your two palms. It's a shame that a car this raw, this furious, can never be built again, and that's a line I say a lot, but that's why I respect Dodge Vipers. As cartoonish as they are, they really went for it. The Dodge Viper was the pride days of MMA. Everybody's on juice, but what a spectacle. I keep saying I was scared of this machine, because I was. A Dodge Viper feels like it has a turbo, and it doesn't. That's the sensation. It keeps accelerating, and it keeps accelerating. You're wondering where the horsepower is going to drop off. But since it has so many cylinders, it's so smooth, you're like, it keeps going faster. And you realize that it's just kind of brakes. The brakes are good, but they're And I'm staring in front of a steering wheel that has no airbag in it. What? No. Nope. This is 10 cylinders of nope. It's a very different 400 horsepower than you're used to. Yeah, my Skyline is 400 horsepower. Believe me, this is a different 400 horsepower.
So I didn't know I had so much. Mine has 400 horsepower.
The Viper only ceased production for good on August 31st of 2017. But on the other hand, it seems like the kind of car people know about but don't really know about, because how often do you come across something like this in the wild these days? It's rare enough in 2018 to catch eyes wherever you go, but with the catch is it's mostly dudes eyeing you up. Girls don't care. Some even think it's ugly. But guys, we love it. It almost speaks to something primordial. Look at it. The thing's a giant dick. It's a red rocket like a greyhound's erection. This is a car that invites getting revved at and challenged to races in fast food parking lots across America. It looks like a testosterone injection. You're practically over 60 miles an hour at the end of first gear. Hell, you could practically drive this without ever touching the throttle. Just let the clutch out. Go through each gears without any throttle input and you'll hit 35 miles an hour. Chrysler could have sold way more of these than they did had they actually made any of them with automatic transmissions. We're getting on a long tangent here, because I'm not going to put automatic transmissions on some sort of pedestal. It's more about acknowledging the plain reality that more people drive automatic transmissions, and it's stubborn for automakers to pretend this isn't the case. But then when you're offering a performance-based car, your natural inclination is to appeal to the I get it, I do. But it's still weird how there's still this exclusionary mentality among manual transmission loyalists. You're not any less of a car enthusiast for not driving a manual. And no, brands aren't selling out by offering automatic transmissions on some traditionally manual high-performance models like Corvette has done with the Z06. If anything, automatic transmission sales help finance some of those performance offerings that may not sell as much but have loyal followings and critical acclaims. Sort of like how those Netflix Adam Sandler movies help rake in enough dough for new seasons of BoJack or a new season of House of Cards that no one's going to watch because it should have ended 3 seasons ago. I guess what I'm saying is that it's easier to include people in a community than to exclude them. You shouldn't give up on people simply because they don't conform to what you feel should be the standard for your area of interest. Hell, people gave up on Tarantino after he dropped out of high school, and he dropped out of high school back when school was good, and you can actually learn stuff, and not everybody was teaching to the test. The point here is that ultimately the automotive enthusiast community doesn't grow unless people accept all kinds of drivers and not immediately place them in a hierarchy in their minds. Doing that is too simplistic, too easy, especially when it'd be just as easy.
English major?
It doesn't look like much now, but it will. When I see that empty lot, I see the beginning of hope and community. Building affordable housing in Seattle usually can take 6 years or more. Because of the partnership with Amazon, people will be moving in less than 2 years. Having a home is a key. It opens the door to everything. See what I did there? Key, door.
Black Friday shopping starts now. Score up to $300 off select golf clubs, up to 60% off select basketball hoops, up to $500.
Oh yeah. 1991 Toyota MR2 SW20 Turbo. The second generation MR2 is proof that love exists and it wants to be found.
This Toyota SW20. Drive it, hear it, say I know you want me. Take this car and go on those Allegheny roads in this turbo car from 1991.
I will always be a fan of the first generation MR2. The AW11 for me is the best car ever made, but I can't ignore the second one. understand that this is a dangerous car. The MR2 SW20 is the most dangerous vehicle ever built, and it is one of the purest expressions of the human condition our species has ever created. It is. This is the most dangerous car you can buy. Forget the steam cars and everything from the turn of the century. Cars that exist out there on Craigslist right now. The car that is most accessible to the most amount of people and poses the greatest risk of danger is the SW20. So how can I properly explain this? Okay. Those of you who know the SW20 know the story. Everybody else needs a little classroom lesson here. Snap oversteer. What is snap oversteer? Okay, that's when weight transfer goes from... All right, some people don't know about weight transfer, and that's okay too. Here, I'm going to explain it to you with some visual aids. I need to make some coffee. You're going to make some coffee and pour a little bit into this rinsed out olive jar. I'm going to hold these two pieces of wood up here to represent tires. The coffee represents the weight of the car. Now, of course your car isn't filled up with a lot of liquid, gasoline and oil notwithstanding, but forces within this body of mass move. Not physically, but there's energy here. I'm an English major, not a physics major. In fact, I need a physics major to explain the equations that are going on here. But for the sake of a video, this is what's going on inside your car. Okay, this end here where the cap is, that is the front of your car. This back end is the back of your car. When I accelerate this car jar, oh, see, the weight moves to the rear. I'll do it again, watch. Same thing happens with your car. Now, with a front wheel drive car, even though there's a big engine right on top of the front wheels, when you accelerate, the weight moves to the rear wheels, and there's nothing driving those wheels. That's why if you have a manual transmission, front engine, front wheel drive car, those front wheels are going to go and usually you have an open diff, so one wheel's spinning and the other one's doing My Cousin Vinny. That's because there's no more weight, there's no more force over your front wheels. It all moved to the back. The front end of your car got light. Now with a front engine rear wheel drive car, we do it again. Oh, the weight moves to the rear. You have energy now pushing down on the drive wheels, pressing them in. And with a mid or rear engine drive car, I know it's a little bit different between mid and rear, we do it again. Now you have the weight of the engine and the force of acceleration all pushing down on the rear of the car. And that feels great in an SW20. When you punch it in a second gen MR2, all that rear end just digs in. Oh, if you can, buy or drive one of these things. Even at moderate speeds, it's, oh, yeah. But when you brake, oh, I'm braking, all the weight moves to the front of the car. Even though you have that engine, given a lot of weight on that rear wheel, can't outweigh the forces of physics. Now imagine you're coming to a turn. Imagine you're going into a turn too fast. Every single one of us wants to brake, wants to slow down. You can't do that in an MR2. If you slow down when you're going in too hot, the weight shifts to the front of the car and the rear end gets light. And now there's less weight pushing down on the rear wheels, and your rear end, with that engine, suddenly wants to lead. That's the lift-off oversteer. The snap oversteer happens when you overcorrect or the weight moves again, and now the rear end of the car slides back the other way. It's like a tank slapper. And that leads into the second point of why the SW20 is so dangerous. It's cheap. Good ones are not as cheap as Miatas, but they're still pretty affordable. $6,000 to $8,000 gets you a solid SW20, although you're probably going to get the NA, the naturally aspirated one. Turbos, finding a good turbo, now that's tough. One that hasn't been messed with. And this one hasn't been messed with, but more on that later. Because the SW20 is so cheap, it's affordable to the under 20 crowd. That's an age when you have something to prove and revenge fantasies. See, at 20, you're supposed to be in a controlled, slow understeer into the open arms of your university's peer mediation group. But the SW20 offers no quarters or warnings. It lets nothing and everything slide. This is the same Darwinism as fast motorcycles. You are free to ride them, and you are free to drive this, but your fate is up to your own hands. And asking someone who is under 20 and full of emotion to be able to handle lift-off oversteer, well, that's a tall order, so a lot of SW20s get wrecked. But they're fixable. This isn't some specialized prototype of low production like a Mazda Cosmo, or a mishmash of manufacturers like a DeLorean. No, this is standard OEM Toyota parts like any other Toyota. It's the Taco Bell approach. I know it's bad for me. Oh, I know Taco Bell is bad. But my cum is drying inside my sleeping bag and I'm aggressively hungry now. But you are free to make your own choices. And that is the way automotive offerings should be. Here, I present to you all the vehicles. Choose one that fits your personality. Choose your path and your conveyance. Some people will take a Tercel and drive it with contentment for mile after mile. But others, like us, are complicated. We need a vehicle that matches our own mental states. All of the hopes and daydreams and aggravations of youth are massaged into the second generation MR2's exterior. Even the sparkling Troilician self-destructive adolescent beauty is alive in this SW20 Turbo. No other manufacturer has conceived a more effective and accessible representation of the human condition. Through the SW20, we may see the limit wherever it chooses to hide. Maybe the limit is on a rainy interstate off-ramp. Maybe the limit hides in a cross breeze while that center-mounted boost gauge rises like your mood. Imagine if Toyota, or anybody else, tried to mass-produce a small mid-engine turbocharged car with no traction control, brake vectoring, thin doors, pop-up headlights. Oh yeah. No, this car would be illegal. There'd be no way you could build one of these things today. But here it is, grandfathered in with all the modern sports cars, and this SW20. Yeah, it's ready to just lay waste to all the Allegheny back mountain roads. And look at it. It's perfect. The story of how this owner found such a beautiful, untouched SW20 Turbo is hope for all of us. He had courage. He had courage to ring a doorbell. I mean, that's really the end of the story. No, he was just driving along, back and forth in the Pittsburgh area, and he began to see this second-gen MR2 in someone's front yard. And then he drove by the house, back and forth to work more times. A month had gone by, this MR2 was in the same spot. Doesn't look like it had been moved. And one day, he just goes up to the house, and he rings the doorbell. And he says, "Pardon me, sir, I know this is a weird question, but by chance, would you be willing to sell that little sports car you have up there? I'm very interested, it's very beautiful. I just thought I'd ask."
You don't have to watch this. He has thousands of these, and it's going to get boring.
Okay.
I have nothing better on here. Did we eat?
Yeah.
Start playing with the next sports car.
Why not sports car?
Both have some curves. You want old here? Just want to work on it. It's gonna have fucking drum brakes in the back.
I don't know what to tell you.
You seen this before?
god. Ow.
That's why. That's why we cut our fucking exhaust.
Oh, that's so cute.
Fuck BMW, but. Yeah, look how small, this is like on wheels and all that stuff, but look how small that Challenger is compared to. Look how close the doors are compared to those fucking things. Someday. Mopar is kind of remember that young coach I was talking about?
Mm-hmm.
They just lost.
Alright, ask me anything you want.
Anyway, I think it's funny. I don't like the way they sound.
Oh.
I don't like the sound. I love what they do. I don't like the way classics sound. I don't think LS's have the best sound. You want to do it?
Should probably get my conditioner from the store. So I talked to you. Sorry. What?
I ain't your fault. And I just,
What?
that I can be like, oh, Tesla cars. And be like, yeah, okay. Not like, all right. In the middle. In the middle. I can deal with it in the middle. Imagine that one sold.
Blackish.
Yeah. Gone. That hurts my heart. But the gold and pink is a
I'm
nice.
listening. Sorry.
The gold and pink pickups is interesting.
Gold and pink? Oh.
I don't think it's my thing, but I think that doesn't really look that bad.
I think it's pretty Christian.
I'm probably just with you, but that is, I can't deal with that. I can't do it, not for that much. It's too bad for my thing. Not a lot of people playing those. What? It's kind of neat.
What?
That's kind of neat.
It's like fire.
But it's Indonesian. It's
What's that mean?
it's like mine are made in Japan.
Oh. Is there a quality difference? Even though it's the same company? What?
Scallop.
Do you like it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. I love scallop frets. They.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
I have a neck that has it, but I never put the top of it. What kind of frets though? I want stainless frets on it. Missing screws on the bridge. What the fuck do you mean that from? Won't affect the playability. I can't think of any spare parts. That's cool. Where the fuck is Dallas, Oregon? I don't know. I think he can keep it. That's so sick. I don't love it. It would not bring me joy. I've never seen one of those either.
I love the color.
Me too. I love that color. Sweet.
Okay. Are you? Yeah, sure, whatever. I have to go at some point. I'm gonna do a silver round.
What? We can't just get it at the market?
They don't have it there. They have it at Target or Ulta.
Is there not a Target nearby?
Target's at the beginning of Silver Dollar.
What's stupid?
But it just said Silverdale. There's not
Should I shut this stuff off?
What?
I want to go home and do laundry and food, so might as well be done. It's fine. It's cold in here anyway.
Are you doing that? Are you writing down ideas?
I don't know.
You should.